Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope that you guys are doing okay. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I'm gonna let you all start getting the notifications. I'm gonna let you all start getting the notifications. Okay, they just sending the notifications out. I guess because I don't be on here as much as I used to. Y'all know that I've kind of been not kind of been doing a lot of other things. So I don't really get the opportunity to come on as much as I used to. But I said I was gonna. I try and dedicate. I try to put at least one video up a day or something like that. Um, and I try to talk about incorporate other things because, of course, you all know I have a nonprofit, and the nonprofit is geared at helping families with missing children and missing persons and all of that. Like that's my passion and all of that. And so I've been doing like some videos and stuff like that so I could start uploading those. And I am working with another organization. We have partners. So I be tired like from in between doing what I do during the day. I stay at the federal building all the time, doing work. And so they have me duped. They have a sister tied. I be walking in Memphis, okay? And and then when so what I'm gonna do, I'm getting on early to do this. Okay, I'm getting ready to show you all. I had a subscriber to reach out to me and say that stray drop charges had been dropped. So I didn't believe it. Okay, I didn't believe it. Thank you, Miss Diane. So I looked at it myself. And I see where some of his charges had been dropped, right? Some of them. They chose not to prosecute. And I think and I'm gonna have to get an understanding on that because that no lay prosecute or whatever it means that the prosecutor chooses not to prosecute at the time. I don't know if the charges are going to be dropped or they just choosing at this time not to prosecute or whatever. I don't know on some of those charges, but we're going to go over that. Shout out to my subs for reaching out to me because y'all know I have so much going on. I've been working on a case from a missing persons case, doing the video on a case from down in Arkansas. And I've been putting the finishing touches on that, and now I'm gonna upload it. When I started looking at my messages, and one of my subs was like, "Miss T, they dropped all straight drop charges," and I was like, "Okay, where did this come from?" Okay, and so like I said, I looked at it and I did see where they had chosen not to prosecute on some of his charges. Okay. So let's take a look at it. I want to take a look at it and I want us all to go over it together. First of all, good morning. I hope that you guys are doing good this morning. Okay. I know it's a Sunday morning and most people go to church on Sundays. I normally, when I can break free, I normally go to church on Saturdays, right? And when I can break free, I go to prayer, which is the most important part of my week. When I can run into the church that I go into. What's up, Kenny Lee? What's going on, boo? I saw you on TV. I saw you on TV. Kenny Lee, I saw you all on TV and things. I need you to hook me up. I need you to, to talk to your friends over at the news station about coming and shedding a spotlight about spotlighting my organization and stuff. Since you got the hookup, I see you. I be seeing you in these Memphis streets on all of the news channels. Okay, you need to hook a sister up. He said, if the feds don't indict CMG before April, straight keep CMG lawyer. Gotti might be all right. Kenny Lee, you full of shit. You always be saying that, and you don't come follow through on your words, okay? But I had to put you on Front Street because see, I asked you before, and you ain't and you ain't hooked the sister up, okay? You ain't hooked me up. I think that's what's going on, Diane. I really do. When I saw that, that's exactly what I feel like. And that kind of goes, maybe that's why the district attorney said to me what he said. The Kennedy, how come you didn't come to the event that they had the other night? Everybody was there where my organization was awarded funds. And the mayor was there, the DA was there, all of the city attorneys was there. The city attorneys, the U.S. attorneys, the union attorneys, the city council, the county commissioners, everybody was up in that joint. But Ray Brown, if you think about it now, listen, CMG, Straight Drop's lawyer. What's up, Gray Face? Gray Face, I've been thinking about you. Did you look at the the members video that I put up yesterday? Did you look at the members video that I put up yesterday? I want you all, if you haven't, I put up a members video for the members. I have a treat for you guys. And I put in there a conversation, that I had with Steve Mulroy. But also some other conversation. I couldn't put all of the conversation. But also I put something in there to let you all know what's to come. Okay. Okay, yeah, go back and watch, okay? Anyways, you guys, shout out to my subs for being the best, for keeping me abreast of things, because Lord knows I kind of, as it relates to, I've been doing so many other things, I kind of get out of the loop, and it is you all that help to keep me in the loop of things, right? Especially when I have 105 things going on. So I appreciate that so much. And so one of my subs had sent me a message. Well, yeah, I was looking at the message this morning. It's like all straight drop charges were dropped. I said, Lord Jesus. I said, Lord Jesus. Because y'all know stuff like that I don't entertain. But this sub, has been one of those ones that's been kind of, that ain't been on no mess. So it made me go. I was like, let me go and look. Because I know ain't no charges been dropped. I just know ain't no charges been dropped. So I went and I looked, and let me show y'all this, okay? And it shows that they chose not to prosecute on some of those charges, right? So we see that Straight Drop had conspiracy to commit first degree criminal attempt, employee firearm with intent to commit felony, unlawful carrying or possession of a weapon, theft of property 10 to 60. We know that's stealing a car, right? So Jennifer Johnson gave him convictions on conspiracy to commit first degree, unlawful. Hold on, let me put my charge in here because it would act a fool just when I get going. And okay, those are the three charges, right? Unlawful carrying of a weapon, first degree unaliving, conspiracy. And okay, so he got convicted of that, right? Conviction. For criminal attempt first degree murder, employee firearm with intent to commit felony and theft of property, which is still in the car, was nolle prosecuted. Okay, which means that the prosecutors, which means that they are choosing not to prosecute. Hold on, let me give y'all nolle, because we deal with that a lot at the bonding conference, child. Is a Latin phrase that means not to wish to prosecute. It's a legal term used in criminal justice system to indicate that a prosecutor or plaintiff has decided to drop the case. So they did drop the case. Those three charges, they dropped. Okay. So for the criminal attempt first degree, employ firearm with intent to commit felony and theft of property, 10 to 60, they dropped the charges. Okay. Conspiracy to, that's it, that's a conspiracy to commit first degree adult felony, they didn't drop that. It does not have nolle prosecuted next to it. Okay, so for for the conspiracy to commit first degree, she gave him 35 years. Okay, concurrent with case number 5 cons to count 2. She gave him 35 years. For unlawful carrying or possession of a firearm, she gave him 15 years. Okay. And for first degree murder, she gave him life with the possibility of parole. So we know that life is what, 50 something years. He has the possibility of parole, but for the other charges that she gave him 35 years for one, 15 years for the other, right? And then for 3 of the other charges, they chose to drop them. Right? So, I mean, either way, he ain't getting out. Okay. So let's just say, because she gave him life with the possibility of parole, we know life is what, 54 years or something like that, 52 years. Let's just say after 25 years, he goes to court. He goes before the board. Okay. He goes before the board, the parole board. I mean, he still has separate charges, the 35 years and the 15 years. Okay. He gonna have to do those 35 years and those 15 years. They run concurrently. What's 35 plus 15? 35, 45, 50? That's 50 years, right? What's 35 plus 15? I believe it's 50. Now, life is not 25 in Tennessee, love. Life ain't 20. All laws in different states are different. Life ain't 25 years up in Tennessee. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's 50 something. Okay. So even with the 35 years, okay, plus the 15 years, that's 50 years. He has to serve those concurrently. He got to serve those all the way through. He ain't going up in no parole board for that. With the murder charge, she gave him life with the possibility of parole, and it ain't no guarantee he gonna get no parole. So either way it go, it looks like he's gonna be serving them choosing not to prosecute on those other 3 charges means nothing. It means nothing. Okay, that's true, Miss Muffin. Right, Ray Brown. It's different in different states. In Tennessee, life is what did Judge Coffee say? Life is 50. Didn't he say 52 years or something like that? Good morning, Miss Keela. Life used to be 25 years all the way across the board, and it still might be that way in some states. Um, um, but it's not like that now. Okay, so life is 51 years in Tennessee. So she's saying life with the he may go up for parole or go up for parole, go before the parole board in 25 years. Life in Tennessee is 51 years. Boy out of here 99. He got about 99 years. So those other charges, them choosing not to prosecute those other charges means nothing. It means nothing. Other than they saying he already not gonna get out. It's no need of us spending more money. That's beating a dead horse. That's beating a dead horse. So shout out to my subs for that, for putting me up on game on that one. Cause I didn't I had not looked at that. Okay. I had not looked at that. And it's showing that I think something is going on with that. He's trying to get a new trial, and he was supposed to motion for a new trial. He was supposed to go on the 12th, but it has been rescheduled for January the 14th. Now, when Grayface, when does Cornelius go to court? I guess I can look while I'm in here. Cornelius goes to court, I believe, at the end of January. Okay, at the end of January. So, I mean, they dropping charges and stuff. It ain't no telling what's going on. You know, but he's already been sentenced for the other charges. So those charges can't be dropped because he's already been given a sentence, right? Okay, so Cornelius goes to court on the 24th. He goes to court on the 24th. G Finley said he talking. G Finley ain't gonna even lie. That's kind of like the first thing that came to my mind, but I don't know. I promise to God that's the first thing that came to my mind. Mr. Lady at Goodwood says all for a rap career, he can't rap. Michael says, well, Straight Drop wanted to be big or known. Well, he got that right. He wanted to be famous, but he's ended up being infamous. Okay, he's more infamous than famous. His life is. I tell you. Now, Straight Drop, I don't think he ever admitted to the murder. That's why he was gone to trial. Cornelius is going to court just to be sentenced. Cornelius is going to court to be sentenced. Ray says that Straight Drop's video wasn't that bad. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I mean, some people say he kind of sound like Pooh Shiesty. That's what some people say, that he kind of sound like Pooh Shiesty, um, but but people love Pooh Shiesty though. People love Pooh Shiesty. But I'm gonna say this with Straight Drop, even though he may not have been that good of a rapper, do I think Cornbread is gonna get life? If she gives Straight Drop life without parole, and Cornbread talked so that he could get some type of consideration, I can see her just, giving him 40 years. I can see her giving Cornbread 40 years. Quet goes to court. I want to say Quet goes to court this week. Somebody help me out. That's I could look it up. I got on gloves and stuff, but I can look it up. Let's see when Quet goes to court. Hold on, you all. I'm looking up quits to see when he goes to court because y'all know I had it wrong the last time. I think Steven sent me a message telling me when Quit goes to court. Um, I believe he said he goes to court Friday. Hold on, you all. He goes to court on the 13th, so that's Friday. He goes to court on Friday for a hearing. He says Govan working with the feds. He ain't going to jail. Rico CMG. Mr. Lay writes, I watched 3 videos. One was decent. What's up, Mr. Parker? Michael says, how is the mastermind behind this and being on GPS? Like, what the L? Well, listen, technically, if we're gonna be technical, and I'm not, and listen, I do believe that Quet had an involvement. I do. Cornelia said it, and I believe it. But if we're gonna be technical, he really was not the mastermind. If you think about to me, the mastermind were the people that actually thought of, we want young Dolph dead. We're gonna put the money behind him, and we get ready to seek out those that can help us do it. To me, that's kind of the mastermind. So that will fall at like Juke and Goddess feet. If we're gonna be technical about it, but I know how the law is, right? December, this the last month to make a deal or trial in March. Yeah, Quet was more like the middleman. He really wasn't the mastermind. Cornelia said it. He said he was like a negotiator or something like that, which is just as bad. But if we're gonna be technical, he was not the mastermind. Tamara, did you reveal the artist? Because I want to get cute if it's who I hope it is. I haven't revealed the artist yet. I haven't revealed it. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna reveal it. Y'all gonna be happy. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all gonna be happy. Y'all are going to be happy. It's going to be such a great interview. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ain't that right, everybody? Miss Diane, everybody. It's gonna be such a great interview. Um he says, and Gotti got his brother knocked off. Ray says, not old booty. Brown said, Diane says, I'm sure going to be happy. Diane Bowens Brown gonna hook me up. The person that played Govan in my brother case received 9 life sentence. My brother got life and so you're saying so you're saying that the person that played as the negotiator, like the middle person, in your brother's case got 9 life sentences, and your brother got life plus 500 years. Oh wow. Ooh, ooh, Lord have mercy. That's a lot of years. You ain't got but one life. I would be surprised if Govan went to. I would be so surprised if Govan took a chance on going to trial. But then you never know how a person thinks. They go, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. You go to trial, you leave it in the hands of the jury, and that the jury is still gonna put it back in the hands of the judge. Or if you choose not to go to trial, you just eliminate the jury and just put it directly in the hands of the judge. But if he goes to trial and he is found guilty, that's gonna be an ugly scene. I'm telling you, it's gonna be ugly. I've heard of 500 years. You have judges that do that. They will give you 500 years depending on what that crime was. I'm scared to ask him what his brother G Finley. I'm scared to ask G Finley what his folks did. He said my brother was facing death penalty. G Finley, what'd he do? Curiosity done got the best of me. Grayface says, I don't think Cornelius will be sentenced until he finished. Is it raining? I don't think Cornelius will be sentenced until he finished working out his deal cooperating. That should be after quit. Either pleas or is sentenced unless Cornelius has information. I kind of figured that. I can agree with you on that one because I was kind of thinking that also. They was trying to wait until everything was tucked away. Because I was thinking I wouldn't be surprised if Cornelius's date was not changed again. I wouldn't be surprised. Says Caroline Beasley, what happened to her ugly butt? Don't call Caroline ugly. Caroline is a colonel now. Everybody kind of gave Caroline hey Bricks. Everybody kind of gave Grayface says, remember Cornelius said he had gone to Atlanta. Uh-huh. Sure did. That has always been in the back of my head because he kind of didn't, because he had already said he ain't had no money. And he kind of wanted to walk around, dance around a little bit of stuff when he was asked some questions. You ain't had no money, but Atlanta is expensive. You go up there for a few days. Where you go to? They didn't ask him and where he stayed at or nothing like that. Says Terry Nichols got 161 life sentences. Bricks. What's up, Bricks? My first time seeing you in here. Welcome. Welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. I'm glad to have you. Miss Muffin says, get the likes up. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Oh, okay. I wouldn't call her ugly. Wouldn't call her. Yeah, no, let's not be mean. Because here's the thing. I think with Caroline Mason, what ended up happening was people were just trying to make stories. Now, I'm not a big fan of Caroline, okay? But I don't believe that Caroline would be crazy enough to get so involved in this situation. Caroline was out on the scene because she was the colonel over the Southeast Precinct, which is what they call the Airways Precinct now. She was a colonel of the Southeast Airways Precinct at the time, and the chief had called her once they found out that it was a celebrity, a high profile case. She was told to go to the scene. That is what happens whenever there's a high profile person to be unalive. The colonels and stuff, which is the highest person over a precinct now. She was the highest supervisor at that time over that precinct, right? So she had to go and make that scene. That's the reasons why Caroline was there. When they was talking about this person came from their precinct, I worked for the Memphis Police Department and I worked out in the field. So when they were saying, this person came from that precinct and this, and that, they can't do that. You work in precincts and you're divided into wards. I think I went through this before. Just because you work in the Southeast precinct don't mean you're going to be working over by the cookie shop, right? So every office, different officers are assigned to different wards within a precinct. you might work at Airways Precinct, but you might be, I forget the number to the Airways, because it goes by the ones, twos, threes. I want to say the Southeast Precinct might be like the threes. I'm not sure. But let's just say if you're assigned to Airways. Okay. It might be like the 356 ward. So you cannot go out of your ward. And if you go out of your precinct to go over to another precinct, you're gonna get rolled up. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get some days. It's not allowed to happen. Okay. It's not allowed to happen. So that was just a lot of bunch of propaganda and stuff that was put out there, hey, all that stuff they accused Caroline of doing, all they know is that Caroline was on the scene. They don't know what she did. And she was on the scene because she was given a command. She was given a command to go to that scene, because when they found out that it was young Dolph, that was a high profile person that had been killed. Okay. Yeah, Straight Drop got life with parole. So that's why I say if she gives him life with parole, because see, when you go to trial, they hits you over across the head. Okay. They're gonna go ahead and hit you over across the head and all this stuff. Hold on, y'all. I got to turn some heat on because see, it's cold and it's raining. Oh hell no, I'm not going nowhere. It's raining. That's why it's so cold. Y'all hold on. Y'all hold on. Here I come. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Okay, y'all, here I come. My moderators, I'm putting y'all's wine in the mail. I am, because I still got it from last year. That's how bad I am about stuff. But it's still I got it packaged up. It says wow about, but I'm gonna just tell y'all this. As I believe he would turn 70, he's eligible for parole. Yeah, Straight Drop is, listen, let's just say, and I don't believe that it'll happen, but let's just say that Straight Drop's attorney goes to court and he's able to get that murder charge. Let's just say he gets a new trial. And let's just say he gets a new trial. They, instead of first degree murder, they hit him with second degree murder. He's still going to get a substantial amount of time. Even still, He's still gonna do 50 years. He's still gonna do 50 years from those other charges. So them dropping those, choosing not to prosecute him on that theft of property, that's stealing the car, and two of the other charges, it absolutely means nothing, because he still ain't getting out. But hey, in order for them to agree to do that, something is going on. Something going on. I, it's um, I just it's just something going on, I think. Some sweet bitch. Some sweet bitch. And it tastes so good. The realty, you need to send me your information in my Facebook Messenger, because y'all know I be doing Facebook, child. I don't really know a lot about Instagram. All of my moderators that have not given me their information, please do, because I'm going to send out some of this stuff. It's raining. I'm not. I was getting ready to get out, but it's raining. Me too, Kenny. I promise to God, Kenny. I do. I believe it from the bottom of my heart. I just do. Hey, Miss M Rose. I thought this was a family show. Some sweet. That's the name of the wine, and it tastes so good. It's called Sweet Bitch. That's my favorite wine. Demetrius says, have they decided about Cornelius? No, Cornelius goes back to court at the end of January. And I just kind of believe, even when he goes back, I believe when he goes back that they are going to, well, I don't believe he's going to go in January. I kind of think he's going to be, get another court date even after that. Miss Muffin says, Miss T, you also have to look at the percentage of the time he has to serve too. If they do 85%, then he's going to have to do 41 before he can go up for parole. That's true. And even if he goes up for parole and they say we parole you on the first degree murder charge, after 25 years, he's still going to have to serve out them 50 years. At 70, ain't nobody gonna be in the streets trying to put in work. I'm telling you, at 70, he's gonna be so institutionalized, and he's gonna went through so much hell that he ain't gonna even be the same. He gonna be old. We'll all be gone on somewhere. We won't be on this earth. When he turns 70, some of us might. We'll be in our 90s, you know. Um, By that time, Young Dolph's kids and his grandchildren, okay, he'll have grandkids by then. They'll be going to the hearings to ensure that he never gets out. He gonna still be looking to sign with CMG. Oh, child, that label would have been defunct by the time. Shoot, that label would have been defunct when he turns 70. Let's see, he's 26 right now. When he turns 70, that's almost 40 years from now. When he turns 70, shoot, CMG would have been defunct 39 of them years. It says straight drop won't survive in prison. He getting out alive. He is not getting out alive. I don't believe so, but I believe he's trying to do something to get out. Probably he probably trying to do something to get out. Cause remember now what Gangster said. Quit told him. Demetrius, I agree with you. It's already done. Glorilla has been keeping that label afloat. It shows how much the feds are involved. State prosecutors and federal prosecutors are working together. The first step was getting convictions and testimonies from the shooters. Don't believe that a man did 49 years and got out and still murked his wife of 2 years. A criminal is a criminal. That's so true. When they institutionalize like that, I'm gonna tell y'all something that happened in Memphis, and this is always some people probably will remember it because I believe it happened in North Memphis. Guy went and did about 15, 20 years in jail. Had been in there since he was like a teenager, and the officers that made the scene said that it was sickening on another level. Like this happened like 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe. And these women got to be careful about moving these institutionalized men up in their homes just because they want a man. And what he did was he beat his girlfriend up and set her on fire. And the officers would look, the officers were just driving. He just happened to see a patrol car. He just happened to see a patrol car, flagged the patrol car down. The officer said he was standing out on the street smoking a cigarette, out on the curb smoking a cigarette. Flagged the officers down. The officer said when they pulled over, he said, I just got into it with my girlfriend. I set her on fire. She up there on fire. She was in the bathtub on fire. She did not survive. They said he was just as calm as the day is long. When all this is over, Dow family needs to file a civil lawsuit. Hopefully they're in the process of doing that now. Ain't nobody even mentioning Moneybag, yo. I wonder did CMG invest more money into Glow than Moneybag and 30. Gotti Moneybag Juke stopped talking to Quet nearly early. Gotti Moneybag Juke stopped talking to Quet early 2023. After he was charged in November, Quet called either Juke or Gotti in 2023 because they cut each other off. Quet got his own lawyer and let the CMG pay for a lawyer go. He sure did, because that Massey guy was definitely that's you mm-hmm. Uh-huh. It's rare. It's rare. Most 70-year-olds don't come out of prison killing people. They sit themselves down. I know some 70-year-old men that are still fairly in good shape. You know what I mean? They're still fairly in good shape. And I mean, they're just old in age. Can you imagine that 40 years of being institutionalized? Oh my God. 40 years of hell. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, that's true too. They be tired of jail. His daughter, he'll have a whole lot of grandchildren by that time. You probably have to watch them with the little boys, the little children, because they've been in jail 40 years. Okay, so there's been more learned behavior. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You have to watch them with the kids, the little boys. Um, he's best. His best bet is to join the Muslim and stay ducked out. Hmm. Let me see if there have been any more motions as far as Cornelius is concerned. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at something on Cornelius Smith. Let's see. Cornelius just been chill. His attorney ain't been filing no motions for nothing. They just chilled out. He ain't trying to get nothing. He just weighing it on out quietly. Know how Straight Drops attorney been filing all these motions for this, and that? Cornelius attorney ain't been doing nothing. And Rose says Quet told everything, so did Drop because his lawyer done mentioned CMG so many times. Cornbread said Drop told him to say it was Quet and him shooting to let him loose. See, he told him to do that. See, I'm gonna tell y'all, Straight Drop's attorney put all his eggs in one basket. Okay, that was going to be the defense. That was going to be his go-to thing, and that's what he was going to use to put reasonable doubt. That's the reason why Straight Drop said that. He was going to get Quet on the stand and say it really was not my client and Mr. Smith that was in that car. It was actually you and Mr. Smith. That's what their defense was going to be. But what the prosecutors did, as I said before, the prosecutors disarmed him and not even called Quit. Hold on, y'all. Hello? 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 Because she didn't have no business answering that phone like that. to leave her up. You don't do that. You don't ever go to sleep when a baby is up. It don't matter. It don't matter. You don't go to sleep in a house when a baby is up. I know I'm right. You don't ever go to sleep. You don't ever noodles. You don't ever you don't ever go to, I don't care. You don't ever go to sleep when a baby is woke. What you say? Okay, well then you know how I do it. I was already dialing 911. I told her I'm getting ready to call the police and send the police over there because that's what I do. I call the police. Yes, I told him. Well, what then? I called everybody. That's how I do it. So I don't. And what you calling me? Calling yourself reprimanding me for? Well, then you know how I am. You need to tell your friends and stuff. That's how I do it. I did. I said I'm getting ready to call the police and send the sheriff over there. What you mean? I gotta be stopped? I ain't gotta be stopped. You gotta be stopped. You need to come over here and get her toys out of my house before I throw them away. All them toys you left over here. Anyways, I'm gonna call you back. I forgot I got. I'm on a live. I'll call you back. Bye. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I forgot I was on live. My crazy daughter. Emerald says, even in closing arguments, he said that his client was manipulated and everything, blaming Quet for basically everything. That was gonna be their defense. Listen, Hagerman knew that that he was gonna do that. That's the reasons why that they didn't call Quet. They didn't subpoena Quet because Hagerman totally disarmed Straight Drops attorney and left him with nothing. He put all his eggs. He didn't have a plan B. And then Cornelius just turned around. I don't know what he thought about cross-examining Cornelius, but Cornelius closed the book and put a lock on it. I don't know what he thought, but Cornelius did. He made sure he left no wheels unturned on nobody. He was Nino Brown up there. And Rose says, great face. Yes, he was definitely trying to play like he big time and no statement. He knew he was elfed and took it to trial and got the same clothes on for 3 years. Yeah. Oh Lord. What in Rose used to talk about my daughter. I forgot that my daughter get on my nerves so bad. She fell asleep and then the baby woke up. So I'm calling the phone. Hey y'all, you know, she's 2 years old, so she can't really say, hey y'all, you know. I said, oh hell no. So I hung up and I said, oh Lord have mercy, something going on. That baby, because that never happens. I said, oh Lord. So I I started calling her friends and stuff like that. And I said, that's all right, I'm getting ready to call the police. She gonna call me, Mama, you call all my friends, you call everybody, you got me embarrassed. You got to be stopped. She knows she can't control me. She said, you've been doing this since forever. That's I said, you know how I do it. That's how I do it. When something wrong, I call the police. Um and Rose says Miss Cedar Texas was spotting him and everyone in Memphis, including police. God herself gonna call me to reprimand me because all her friends started calling. Somebody, your mama was calling us saying something wrong. She get ready to call the police. I sure did. I know what she thinks. She is gonna call me, call herself reprimanding me. Mama, you got to be stopped. It says my kids tell me the same thing. Mom, you a cop. Talking about her friend, two of her friends sent her a video talking about a video talking about this your mama right here. I don't care. I don't care. It says everybody that's involved all of a sudden trying their best to not go to prison, but they should have thought about that. Why y'all think that y'all why y'all think that like Yo Gotti has been so quiet? See, I know he on this live right now, so he gonna go ahead and go live today. How you doing, Yo Gotti? Okay, we know he on here. Y'all go ahead and greet him. Why he ain't been on? Why y'all think he hadn't been posting on social media and stuff? Like he hadn't been seen or nothing. Oh yeah, she gonna leave all them toys over here. Uh, um, Grocery basket, all that stuff. Grocery baskets, play food boxes, dolls and stuff. Left them in my house. They said Yo Gotti hiding and enjoying Angela until the feds get him. Angela's so glad to be being a kept woman, I guess. I guess he done gave her a credit card. And Rose says he trying to play slow while the feds watching all of them. Well, he was. You remember now? Last year when he dropped that album on Young Dolph's birthday, you know the one that flopped real bad. That one. Um, he was talking about while he was backstage with Glow, the feds was watching him. See, what he wanted to do was let the feds know that he got some intel that he being watched. That's you don't need to play with the federal government like that as if I'm steps ahead of you. I know y'all watching me. I'm backstage and I know y'all back there too. See, that's the wrong thing to do. You can't win against the federal government. That's the reason why people rolls over. Mr. IRS man, I sorry. Will you give me a payment plan? Please don't take my bank account and my cars and stuff. Cause see, you start trying to play with them too bad. They'll freeze them accounts up and take every car, everything you got and sell it. That's a bad man right there. So everybody be trying to plead with the Mr. IRS man. That's the federal government. Ray Brown says, dudes know when Feds is watching, phone tapping and following. It says they played him dirty. He the main one who unalive Flipper. That garbage, that buckethead is pump faking for the internet. That's who he's been fronting for. He wanted to be in Def Jam family so bad. There he is with Jay-Z and etc. It seemed like to me that was always just his goal. That's all he ever wanted to do. That's it. And I don't think he cared much about anything else. That's the definition of a true narcissist. And I'm serious. That's a real dangerous type thing. Because see, Jay-Z them has loaned him $100 million. Interscope did, and reason before somebody said how you know, because I saw it on his page right after Young Dolph was killed. He said that deal, that $100 million deal with Interscope, we just knocked it out the park. That was around January or February after Young Dolph was killed. Then we started seeing, then they sold Angela to him. Okay, then he turned around, they sold Angela to him. So I mean, after Young Dolph was killed, it's like he started going up. Mr. Parker said he's a narcissist. What Neo say? He says, Neo, you're on it. He says, never try to play someone and double cross them about some money. It can and will backfire in the worst way more often than not. Three things that you can't play with is child support, the feds, and taxes. Okay. They said, when do Glow come out? He said, read it again, Tam. Read what again, Mr. Parker? What I missed? I'm gonna go back up and look for it. He says Jay-Z and his wicked wife had their own BS, so Jay-Z wants his money back with interest. Now he got to play Interscope too, because he said that $100 million deal with Interscope, I just knocked it out the park. That's what he said. You know, why did they scrub their social medias and stuff when Young Dolph was killed? That's really weird and suspect. He says, I'm a Chrisist. Oh, oh, Lord. A narcissist. Oh, Lord. Chrissy. Oh, Lord. Am I talking about my nickname, Chrissy? Positive Vibe says, EK, I just donated 6 boxes of toys. That's a blessing. That's the triple straight drop must have been talking about on that video. Yeah, they've tried to make it a habit now so it won't look so weird that they scrub their pages. I mean, I think they just continue on doing it to make it seem like that's just what we do, but we already know that they weren't doing that at first. Universal owns Interscope. Scrubbing social media doesn't mean everything. It ain't gone anyways. It's I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think I already been saying by law. phone companies, social media companies, after you delete something by law, how y'all think that when I was being harassed and I went to the police, then they hacked my Google account and deleted the damn emails like a fool. And that detective that was on my case got them damn emails from Google so quick it was ridiculous. It was over 500 emails of harassment. I said, I told him, I said they hacked my account and deleted the emails. He said, well, I already reached out to Google, so sometimes it take them a long time, sometimes it don't. Now that man called me back 2 weeks later and said, oh, they got back to me pretty quick. They sent me all the emails. It was over 500 of them. I said, you got the deleted ones? He said, I told you, I got all of them. He said, yeah, we're going to put out a warrant. So, I mean, by law, they are required, even after you delete an email, a text message, social media messages, by law, they have to keep them on file for 8 years. For at least 8 years after you delete something, it has to be kept on file by the company. That's why the feds can always go get it. I've been said that, so I probably shouldn't have reminded them, because now folks think they slicker than social media. Man, you gonna go commit a crime, man, or you go over there and mess with them kids. Leave your phone at home. These folks be sick. Don't get me started, because y'all know how I am. I get real upset. Do not get me started, because y'all know I'll go in. These Negroes are so pathetic. Man, leave your phone at home, man. You're a pedophile. You don't want no trace, man. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm smarter than the police. Your damn brain been a scrambled egg, nigga. You been on crack for years. Your brain been fried. They think they smarter than the law enforcement. Okay. Emerald says CMG is under his sister Robin name, from what I heard. Yeah. He said, we know you will, don't do it. My daughter done got me all riled up, gonna call me, talking about I embarrassed her, calling all her friends, talking about I'm gonna call the police. Talking about, Mom, you gotta be stopped. I can't believe she said that to me. You gotta be stopped. You've been doing that ever since I was born. Of course. That's how I do it. If I was doing it, I was doing it before she was born. Do she think I'm gonna stop now? Black Monday says they scrubbed the messages because after Doc was shot at, old boy tweeted, "We can't afford to keep shooting, consistently missing shots." Something like that. That's an important message, Miss T. Oh wow, who said that? Black Money. Who said that? Oh wow. So he said that right before Dolph was shot. He says the messages because Dolph was shot at. Oh boy, tweeted. Oh wow. I don't mean no harm, but I believe that I mean that man had an anticipation of that man being killed, because when he posted, "I have a question," I think it was because that he was just anticipating it happened. It wasn't happening fast enough. The question is, when you niggas gonna get about going to do the business? I said your ugly in the game was so caught up in trying to get Dolph that he forgot about the feds on his ass. So the scrubbing pages were in vain. It was absolutely in vain. He said if you think about it, Dolph was cutting into CMG profits. People talk about Juke. Let me tell y'all something. A Juke didn't have a hard on as as much as folks might think to have Dolph killed. Juke was just a soldier. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Everybody knows if they're gonna be real. The police know it. He was just a soldier. So just take that with some, and don't take it with a grain of salt. Okay. So if you're gonna be a soldier, who are you a soldier for? Okay. He was a soldier like the rest of them that was out there that was hitting at that boy and was missing. Okay, so much so Black Youngster had to psych himself out like he hated him because he had to be a soldier to try to take out somebody that, and he didn't, in his mind, he didn't know why he was trying to take him out other than he was just trying to be in good graces with somebody. Dre Day says, don't forget, Doc was with Gucci when Gucci Mane called him out. He said, what were some of the things going on? Behind what scenes, Kendrick? Black Money says, Dolph had tweeted, bruh, went from being my number one fan and trying to sign me to my number one hater. Facts. Then Gotti tweeted that. Oh, wow. Dolph helped Juke. The real beef was with Gotti. I'm gonna not say too much. Juke was cut off by Daddy O because he was messing up his business. Ray Brown says, I agree. I tried to say that a long time ago. People blatantly ignore that part. Miss T, you know how powerful Reverend Ron is, but I want to know what he thinks. Reverend Ron has been very quiet, but now I remember Angela had said that, she had cut off her family and stuff like that. She weren't having a whole lot to do with her family. So, I mean, that's a recipe for disaster when women call themselves on some type of spiritual journey and they cut their families off. People are able to manipulate. That's just reason I don't cut mine off. I might cut them off for a day when I shows out because I can show out bad when I get mad. And then my mama say, don't come back over here. And I'll be back the next day. Um, but I'll never cut them off because that's my lifeline right there. You give people the opportunity, not unless they're toxic. And my family ain't really toxic. If you're talking about like my mama and my sister and them, they're not toxic. Some of my other family members, I have to deal with them in doses, but I love them because of the mindset that they have. Some people you cannot deal with if they have a certain type of mindset, especially if you are a go-getter, because they are very skeptical, they're pessimistic. about everything that in their world has always been safe. If you're gonna do something big, you can't be safe. You're gonna have to step out there and walk on water. I'm telling you. Sometimes you're gonna almost drown. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know nobody that has ever been successful that didn't fail. I mean, that's the road to success. A whole lot of failures, starting all over again, rewriting the game plan and walking on water again. Okay, I don't like pessimistic people. Um, they think about it. God didn't want Dolph to sign with him because when he could control Dolph's music and study his hustling ways and control his music career and silence, that's exactly why he wanted to do it. That's exactly why he wanted to do it. And Dolph knew better. I think Dolph and somebody, I think it was Rest in Peace Young Dolph, says that also they wanted him to cut Daddy-O out. Now we know a young man that was from out of the around the somebody tell me they told me one time before, what area is that cookie shop considered? Um it's not Orange Mound and it's not Binghamton. It sits right there in between Orange Mound and Binghamton. Who in here from Memphis? Tell me exactly what area would that cookie shop be considered? Because it's right there in front of like Joy Lane. My auntie used to live on Joy Lane, and then there was some more apartments that my cousin had lived in. I don't know if those apartments are still back there. They changed the name so many times. Somebody told me what that area is considered. But Rest in Peace Young Dolph was telling me that when they wanted to sign Dolph, they also wanted Dolph to cut off Daddy-O. And Dolph wouldn't do that. Daddy-O, everybody knows that he said third world. Oh Lord, it ain't that bad, is it, Nicole? Hillview. The Hillview area. Okay, Miss Danielle. And so and so they wanted for they everybody that guy got up here and said that daddy-o daddy-o was always getting money. Okay, he was getting money. That's why Dolph, wanted him to he wanted to be the mentee. He wanted him to show him how to get money, but he was financing Dolph. So it's, why would Dolph want to cut off someone who has financed him, who has been there with him from the beginning? Why would he want to do that? Why would you even want to separate them? Okay, so what they wanted, I mean, see, it's a lot of stuff that went on with that. They really wanted to, if they could separate them, the visionary and the money. They knew Dolph and Daddy-O together, that was real money. Okay, they wanted to dismantle that. Dre says, all your haters copy your blueprint. Jigga came out with his gas and it flopped. I could be wrong, but this is what I see. This is just my opinion, too. You have to be very careful about, because you don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You don't know if there were other people that also had an interest in seeing Young Dolph. Um, they wanted him gone too because they might have had some investments, and they considered artists their investments. Pay close attention to Moneybagg Yo. I look at Moneybagg Yo and I see a lot of similarities. It's almost like somebody wanted to kind of mimic everything. They wanted to kind of mock him out the Young Dolph some kind of way, as far as his style and all of that. So it makes me think that whoever it is that has a whoever it is that finances Moneybag Yo could have had some type, because he's their investment, could have had an interest also and wanted to see Young Dolph not be here anymore. I don't know though. That's just my guess. Because I'm still trying to understand why Straight Drop was in Indiana. Okay. Um, the Black Barbie says, positive V, so Dolph would depend on him only, then to rip Dolph off too. Absolutely. Absolutely. They said Moneybag can't ever get close to Dolph. If they don't leave, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Seem like Big 30 been happy lately. If Head and them know what's good for him, they better keep him happy, because Big 30 can't stand Moneybag. And if it's Big 30 be, he be getting hot. Look like he might, because I kind of like Big 30. For some odd reason, it could be because he's from that Whitehaven area. And I don't be really want to go in on Big 30 because I kind of like him. And I kind of like 30. I don't really think 30 has a real bad heart. I think 30 jumped off the porch in something. And with him being young, see, I didn't know he was as young as he is either, because he's around my kids' age. As a matter of fact, he's younger than my oldest daughter. So y'all know that really made me soften my heart up for him a little bit. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I first saw 30, I saw 30 on Mr. Talaferro's and I know 30 of them, all their asses is bad. Don't, because I know my little son bad too. Y'all know I be calling Jizzle my little son. I know my little son is bad too, okay? But I saw 30 on Mr. Talaferro, I believe. This is before he signed with Brett Gang. And they was asking him about artists around the South Memphis area, and his eyes lit up. And he was asking who. He was like, yeah, I like listening to Dolph. I like listening to Key Glock. And I do believe that it was genuine, right? And then I remember when 30 was so excited when he first got signed, his eyes, when he would smile, his smile lights up a room. It used to. His eyes would light up. I'm telling y'all, I saw that. And y'all can go back and look at some of my old videos. I said that young man has a light that shines on him. I hope he does not allow darkness to infiltrate him. Right? I hope he does not allow darkness to infiltrate him. And sure enough, signing with that label, that's exactly what happened. See, Big 30 is on a homegrown level, because he came up in exactly around that area that I'm old enough to be his mother, but he came up in Whitehaven, right? But if they better keep Big 30 happy, because Big 30 cannot stand Moneybag Yo with a passion. He will never like him. Kiss my ass. When they get through talking about, well, they can't mean nothing. Big 30 will never like Moneybag. It ain't no coming back from that. I'm a realist. I know what I know. Anytime you saw the hurt, Big 30 had a deep love for Newski. I don't know nothing about Newski. Big 30 lost some weight. We're good. He needs to. Okay. And so anytime Moneybag Yo can open his mouth and say, I didn't ask y'all to get in my beef, and then write a song about it, and then say you niggas was riding my D, that confirms he didn't give a damn about Newski. You jump 30, being young and naive, jumps off the porch into a beef that he never should have gotten into. So Big 30 has to deal with, he feel like it's his fault because Newski was riding with him. They talking about we protecting the brand. Moneybag Yo gave him his ass to kiss and then turned around and changed the name of his label. And then to verbalize that, he's tried to backpedal since then, but 30 will never like him. And so Head and them better keep him happy, because if he ever get too high, he is going to tell it. He gonna tell everything. I'm talking about as it relates to Moneybag and probably if he ever figure out that Head and them was probably the ones giving Stan G that information about him, he might drop a dime on Head and them shit. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? They say he needs to tell everything. They said Nooski got 5 kids and he big 30 cousins, and that's disrespectful what Moneybag said. Yeah, you know, somebody lose their life because they get into a beef, you know, because of you, and that's what you say. That's just like, see, I'm gonna tell y'all why I got an issue with that statement. I have issues with people when and I had to learn this as I got older. When people needed help, I was raised to help people. Look, Gray Face said Big 30 sober now. I got to look at it. I ain't been to his page. He might have his glow back in his eyes. Because when he smiled, his eyes light up. I'm telling you. So he might have that glow back. But I'm gonna tell you, I have issues. The reason I personally have an issue with people like Moneybag, because I was raised to help people, right? And I used to, when I saw people needed help, I would just automatically, if I could, it just goes without. They ain't have to ask me. I was gonna help them. Then they would give me their ass to kiss, right? I had to learn people don't treat you like you treat them. And then they would turn around. And that's why I hate for people to say this now. It makes me mad. I ain't asked you to do that. You helped me because you wanted to help me. Bitch, you was hungry, hoe. So how you gonna say to me, you helped me because you wanted to when you was starving with your damn head nappy, okay, your clothes dirty. Don't get me started. So when you know, but you whatever's in a person is gonna come out. That's the reason why I'm isolated. I don't deal with a whole lot of people because I can't find nobody to match the type of lawyer other than a few. Because see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've ran into more real people just really on YouTube, you know, just some on YouTube than I have in real life. Right. I'm the type when I see people that are real, I kind of attach to them because I go, dog, okay, you know, it costs nothing to have loyalty to a situation, and you don't even have to have loyalty to a fault. Because I speaks my mind. I'm not gonna let nobody send me into a burning house. But for somebody, for you to call yourself, you jump into a beef with a bunch of guys that at one bothering you, warn you, stay out of this, dude. We ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't got nothing to do with you, right? And they get in it, talk about we protecting the brand, we doing this for Moneybag. They Moneybag signed 30 young, just like being like Black Youngster. This dude helping to change my life. But what 30 didn't understand, it was not Moneybag that was changing his life. The gifts come from God. God says the gifts comes without repentance. That's the reasons why a lot of these people falling on their damn face. They giving reverence to Gotti and to Bag and all of them. The gifts come from God. They ain't give them the gift of learning, knowing how to rap. That's a damn gift. And so they start putting people like Gotti and Moneybag in high places that they should only have God. And see, God ain't pleased with that. So it had to happen. And so Moneybag let Big 30 know, because Big 30 young, that he was mere man, right? Man have flaws. So that was a learning curve. I hate that Nooski had to lose his life, right? But he gonna always take that experience and what Moneybag said to him. I ain't tell you to get in this. You was riding my dick. Now, how you gonna say that this man lost his cousin and they was called themselves riding for you? So I don't care how they say they mended 30. Moneybag, even if they claim that they cool again, Moneybag need to sleep with one eye open because 30 might have a flashback and stick him. I know the type of person I am. It ain't nothing I could ever get over. If I had a cousin, I lost my cousin, in which they made wrong choices. But you say that to me, and I'm in something because we thought that we were all like family, and you say that to me, as a matter of fact, Head and them will get cussed out when they tried to call a meeting. Motherfucker, don't you call me in no meeting with this bitch. Okay, I'm just telling y'all that's how my emotions are. And I got more emotional control than Big 30 in them. Can you imagine what they feel? Because a lot of these younger kids ain't got no type of emotional discipline. Miss Muffin says, are they signing these young boys for the wrong reason and not their talent? Then have to prove themselves. Absolutely. That's what's going on. Yeah, he better sleep with one eye open if he ever think 30 gonna be okay with him. But see, 30 need to calm down because see, Moneybag low down. What happened is Moneybag and them and Head them, because Moneybag brings in more money than 30. They'll put a hit on him. So he just needs to. He young. He just needs to be wise. Big 30 needs to stop getting all these little kids around him. Cause see, that J Hot little boy, when I went back and looked at that, and everybody be talking about I be crying and stuff. I sure did cry. Cause somehow I was on Facebook and I was trying to figure out who the little boy was. And I stumbled up on his mama's page, and his mama was showing video of him when he first learned how to drive. And I was looking at him standing out there with 30 of them. You could tell he wasn't even a man. He was still a child. Of course, it made me cry. He was a damn baby. I said, look at how he's staying, his disposition. He a damn baby. 30, you stop letting them little boys be around you and don't get me started. Because they ain't your security. What you need to do is hire you some damn security. I know some FBI agents that got security companies, okay? If you gonna stay into a money bag, you gonna need them anyways, because Head and them gonna set you up. Habits not goals. Jizzle should get the FedEx settlement money and move to Vermont. Yeah, I want Jizzle to move out of Jizzle just needs to go on and leave Memphis. I want Jizzle to go on and leave Memphis. He get his settlement money. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's hard to sue Fed. Well, that's the forum. I don't know if FedEx owns it. FedEx probably gave the most money, sponsored it, and then they just named it after FedEx. That was probably the business deal. We give you this amount of money, you name it after us. That advertises FedEx, right? But Jizzle need to get out of Memphis. I want Jizzle to go on and get his career right, because they is trying to they ain't doing they they gonna do my little boy dirty, because they want him to be exactly where Duke is at. Um, Mr. Parker says Ray Brown's smart tactic. It was cap but smart. He trying to use Drake baby too. Not some some retired FBI agents. They get into security and all of that. That's the type of stuff. Those are the types of security. They need to stop going to the hoods, getting these little boys and pulling them into this stuff. You know, I think Jay Hot's mom says that the girl, when right after he passed away, the girl found out she was pregnant. But the way Jay Hot stood, of course, they tell her, she all on her, she crying. Let me cry on my damn channel if I want to. I'ma cry, then I'ma cuss you out, and then I'ma pray about it. Okay, that's how I do it on here. Leave me alone. M Rose says CMG needs to pay that they was performing, and they probably can't go back to do a show. The hitters got to get the green light to come get you, just like the feds do. I haven't seen Youngster do a video since 2021. And I'm honest, being honest. Has anybody seen an interview that right there is suspicious within itself? Youngster has put out albums after album, Black Sheep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them Black Sheep albums, and he has not done a interview. That's how you promote your albums. Um, you all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I haven't checked to see. Let me see how many likes we got, y'all. Okay, you all, please keep hitting the like button for me, okay? We need 40 more likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that also, okay? I would appreciate that a lot too, if you would subscribe to the channel. Also, you guys, I have a paper route artist coming that I am going to interview. Okay, I'm going to interview. So I would and the way that I'm going to do it is I am going to interview them. It's going to be a really good interview. Hey, I think a lot of those, well, all of them, really, as far as business, I think that Dolph helped those guys a lot. It's not gonna be a messy interview or anything like that, because I don't get into like messiness where I'm gonna ask questions, but I don't want it to be messy where I'm gonna get something started with that person. You know what I mean? Instigating something to for I don't do stuff like that. I do want to ask questions that you all want me to ask, and I will, but it won't be in a messy type way. Um oh, Kenny Money just dropped the album, so y'all make sure y'all go over there and support Kenny Money. I was listening to like some of it on his page, well, like one of his songs on his page. Kenny Money is very talented, and I think he has his head on right. Um, if they would leave him alone and let him be great, because they for some reason they want to mess with that boy so bad. I just can't understand it. But because you don't really hear about Kenny Money being in a whole lot of stuff, but they want to mess with him too. And it's probably because they fear that, see, Key Glock has a lot of, he's probably more so the star because he was around Dolph. Dolph was, really helped to put him out there, right? Key Glock is laid back and reserved. Key Glock was around Dolph, so he had the opportunity when Dolph was taken out to they just really put a nasty taste in his mouth. A lot of people, how they did it when Dolph was killed. I don't think Key Glock want to mess with the industry like that. And then Key Glock is more laid back. Kenny Money has a more in your face type, flashy type personality like Dolph had. He's got more of that, more in your face. I think Jay Fizzle is just street. He do the rap for the money, but he just don't give a damn. Um, Big Moochie Grape is talented. Um, Moochie is talented. Snoop, you talk about Snoop Bands and Woo. Snoop Bands and Woo is talented too. I think Woo is more of a he's also more of a street dude too. He's He's attached to his hood by the hip. I think Snoop is getting more into being a businessman as far as selling those strands and stuff. I kind of think that's what he's doing. Kenny Adams says Fizzle about making money and making babies. I think Fizzle want to make his money and his babies. He want to make his money and his babies. I haven't said who I'm going to interview. It's a surprise. People have thrown out everybody's name. They said Kenny Fire. He said Dolph was Mr. Miyagi. I think he's more like Dolph than any. Yeah, he's more like Dolph as far as like his personality and stuff. I think Kenny is more like Dolph. I think Kenny is more like Dolph. As far as like being more in your face with it. Key Glock has a quiet flashiness. Kenny Money has a loud flashiness like Young Dolph did. And the other person that I think that would have that type of in your face personality like Dolph, but is is a Jizzle. Is a Jizzle. But Daddy O hadn't signed him yet. Um and Rose says they're doing what Dolph did, keeping it just them pre. Absolutely. He said it's straight drop. Straight drop probably do want to do an interview with me. Cornelius probably will. Once he get tucked away, I believe he'll do an interview with me. And y'all ask me, would you ever do an interview with Straight Drop or Cornelius? I wouldn't with Straight Drop because Straight Drop still cares about what people think, and so he'll be trying to dance around stuff. Cornelius gonna give me Cornelius. Cornelius ain't trying to hold nothing back. Cornelius ain't trying to hold nothing back. I bet Straight Drop attorney, hey, he ever cross-examine him. You can't break a man when you say thank you, Mr. Smith. Oh no, thank you, no problem, thank you. Somebody say that's looking at life in prison. You better be scared of him. You don't ask him nothing else. Don't bring his ass back in there. We don't want to know nothing because he gonna tell it then some. Because even when he tried to stop Cornelius from telling on Straight Drop, he couldn't even stop him. And no, don't mention Mr. Johnson. Shit, that was just like he didn't say that. I guess but he kept talking to him because he wanted to find a way to insert Quet in it. But see, he couldn't trick him up with that because Cornelius wasn't trying. He was telling on Quet too. So if he already telling on Quet, why would he hide? If it was him and Quet in the car, why would he hide that? So it wasn't much he could do to him. Hey, Pumpkin Pooh. I'm telling you, Cornelius, I would have said, get his ass off the stand. I wouldn't have cross-examined him for as long as he did. Shoot. He said, I told him about the 800. I told him about the 800. How I didn't tell him about the money. I told him about the 800. Yeah, Fizzle was the first pre-artist. He was. And Fizzle said himself that, he didn't take it as seriously in the beginning. I'm telling y'all, I don't know why this song, and I'm not saying it because I'm happy that he was disrespectful to Straight Drop. I'm telling y'all, that song that Fizzle did, Free Straight Drop, was just a good song all the way around. The beat, the lyrics, that was just a hard song. They didn't give him the recognition he deserved for that song. Not forget the disrespect. I'm talking about the song within itself was a good song. The rhymes, the video. I mean, I like that. I like that beat. I mean, he outdid himself on that one. Kendrick says, "What happened to the shooters in Charlotte and LA? Do they play a part in what's going on now?" I don't know, Kendrick. I don't know. I think Keon is in jail. Keon is doing his time. Diane says Cornelius wrapped that thing up tight. No wiggle room, period. I'm telling you, no wiggle room. He told on himself. I mean, you tell on yourself. I mean, he told on himself. So um he said if a man tells on himself, anybody can get it. Mm-hmm. Yes, my little baby making boyfriend Fizzle did his thing on Free Straight Drop. Yes, he did. Hey, Big Pat. Mm. I'm surprised I haven't seen Cypress in here. I guess him and Sparkle together. Mm. Why she mad? Y'all, let me ask y'all something. What y'all think happened to Teasy? Teasy girlfriend said that he had FaceTime her to let her know that he was over there by that church. He was sitting there. Why would he be sitting there unless he was waiting on somebody? Mr. Parker says he thinks Quet set him up. Diane says CB21, yeah, we going. She hears your voice and I'm not paying her no attention. Oh. Diane Brown says Emeralds literally. Tell her I'm harmless. Kenny Adams says they knew he might have been talking and or didn't give up the money and unalived him. Let's see. Teasy rolled into the bushes. He rolled into the bushes, which means his car was not in park. So at that point, he was not just sitting there in park. Did somebody he was driving? Had to have been. He had his foot had he stopped and a car was pulled up beside him. He was talking to him. He had his foot on the brake. That's what would have had to happen, or what was he pulling up or something, or getting ready to pull off, and a car pulls up to him while he's driving. He gets ready to pull off and pop him, and because he had to have had the car in drive, right? Look at me, I ain't being paid to investigate. I got love for you, Miss T. Thank you, Michael. The Black Barber says quit and or Juke took care of Teasy. Miss Muffin says, or he was trying to get away. Or he was trying to get away. That's true. But you know what's weird? How was they able to get him that many times? So it was definitely the element of surprise. It was the element of surprise. He rose into the car is not in park. It wasn't in park. Hmm. Okay, so the people says that they heard shots around 8 or 9 o'clock that night. Teasy was found at 1 o'clock the next evening. That's something weird about that. That's a neighborhood that he frequents, and and they let him stay in them bushes like that. Um, until 1 o'clock, and nobody had any curiosity. Your choice twin saying they was chasing him. Now that could be true. Your choice twin, that could be true. That could be true. They was chasing him. Great Fate. Okay, so he was hit with a switch. Okay. But here's the thing though. When Teasy's baby's mother was showing, Teasy was riding around, and when he would show the videos of himself, Teasy, he knew he was hot. So Teasy was riding around with a Pooh Shiesty mask on. So in order for people, it would have had to been people that knew exactly who he was to know that it was him if he rode around with Pooh Shiesty mask on. You know what's so weird? When Teasy was killed, people have a pattern of doing the same things. Angela and Gotti was on the water and Juke was in Nashville. They weren't in town when Teasy was killed. So it's weird. If Teasy girlfriend had kept posting, she basically she almost told it. Teasy's the girl that Teasy was with, that he was staying with, her father was, I forget her father's name. He was killed because him and Yo Gotti was best friends. Um she Yo Gotti, people say that Yo Gotti is her godfather, right? Yo Gotti is her godfather, but we do know that Yo Gotti, if you could pull up the paper, it was in the commercial appeal. He was a pallbearer at her father's funeral years ago. Her father was killed, and they said, I know they was best friends, and they says that Yo Gotti is her godfather. I don't know about that part about him being a godfather, but that's what people say. But I do know that her dad and Yo Gotti were best friends. So I don't know. I guess those are pieces to the puzzle for the federal government to put together as they have been doing, because I don't think that case is gonna go unsolved. If I had to guess, I'd be willing to bet that that case is gonna be solved, just like just like um Jeremiah Taylor's case is gonna be solved, and I believe that Burnett guy case is gonna be solved too. So I believe that with all of my heart. I think they knew what happened to Jeremiah early on. I'm almost sure that. I'm almost sure. I'm willing to bet everything on that. I'm almost sure they knew what happened to Jeremiah early on. They just wasn't saying nothing. They've been piecing it. It's one thing to know something, another thing to prove it, right? As a matter of fact, I know they know what happened to. I'm just gonna go on and say it. What happened to him early on? Hold on, y'all. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. It says rest in peace to Dolph, Jug, Teasy, and all of the lives. Yeah, I hated that happened to Teasy. I didn't know Teasy. I do believe he had a lot of knowledge of what had happened to young Dolph. I believe he was intertwined in it to a degree. But hey, I hate that happened to him. I do. Do I think Juke's case is going unsolved? I doubt it, because I think they know what happened to Juke. Um, I think they know what happened to him too. Ain't that something? Um, that's something, huh? This says Gotti doesn't mean anyone any good from Jukes to anyone else. The Cain and the Abel story. I think what happened to Juke early on, I don't believe that paper route artists had anything to do with that. When I first broke the story of that he had been killed, um, it was a well-known person to come into my chat and said, it was not paper route. It was he named the guys that did it. He named the people that did it. And he said it was about some street stuff, some money. And I do believe that. And then for some reason I went back to look at that chat. And he said it, and then somebody else came in and said it. They actually named the people. I don't remember who it was. And I went back to look at that chat, and the chat has been. I must have played some music or something in the chat, because they said that the chat is not available anymore. So I can't see who they said, because I don't remember. I don't know if they may have said names. I know they said that it was some street guys, and it was about some money or something. Yeah. And then later on, I had heard that whoever it was, the people just came from down in Houston somewhere. So I don't know. They said go van. They didn't say go van. They didn't say go van. I can't remember who they said, but they didn't say go van. Not unless the guys some kind of way have a connection to go van. I don't know. Um, did they say the names? I can't. This chat has been dismantled. Has been it's not available, so I can't go back and look at it anymore. Michael said you think it was a connection to Govan? I don't know. The Black Barber said my heart tells me that Michael Barker and only God can tell me different. Oh wow. Mm, I tell you. Y'all want me to open up the phone lines? Y'all want to call in? Let me see. I'll open up the phone lines for you all to call in. Let's see. Here it is. Y'all, that's the number right there. 901-667-0119. Hello? Hey, you doing okay?
Hey, man, I'm on your thing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, turn what you're listening to in the background, mute that right quick so we won't have an echo.
It could be either you, me listening to you, or the TV.
Okay, it's your TV. Okay, so now it's gone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
No, I can hear it again now. Mute your TV.
Oh, I gotta probably mute you. Now you hear it?
I can hear myself. Okay, now I can't hear it now. So, what's up? What you want to say about this?
Man, well, first of all, I used to be in Tennessee and Memphis, Saginaw and stuff, but Dolph was one of my favorite artists, and it's like everything connected. You get what I'm saying? Like the way you got me listening to you for the last few years, it's like everything connected, and it's just that one main piece they need to get that one main person. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no, I know I be joking on there and saying different names or whatever. But come on now, we talking about Gotti now. He a major artist. His brother, his mother. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, like out of all person, your brother get touched right after your enemy did. Like it's a connection there.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think it had anything to do with any money or anything like that? You think that his death was connected to Young Dolph?
Yes, it was. Like, come on now. Like, I mean, let's say this. If he was the head of the team by organizing the money, pushing the money. His brother was bringing the bag in and stuff like that. Once they said that money was missing and they was going to Indiana and stuff like that, he was the part that was supposed to pay it because he was on his brother's team. Like you say, he was a soldier. So he just thought the people was going to come back and get him the way they got him.
So, well, let me ask you something. Who you think, in your opinion, that this is an opinion, who you think got him?
in my opinion, for real though, I feel like his brother Kemp got him. That's why everybody's so quiet. Like, just think about it though. Before Young Dolph got locked off the way he did, rest in peace, CMG was coming out with hits after hits, trying to sign people, trying to get this, trying to get that, or whoop the whoop. One of them people, somebody messed that bag up, and one of them had to pay for it. And who they gonna go for first? He don't mean as much as what Gotti mean, because Gotti gonna go out there, perform, do this concerts, and bring that bag in. Somebody messed that bag up, but somebody had to pay for it. And that bag was getting them people that money. That's why everybody telling on him, because you like, okay, you paid me, I'm gonna tell on you now. I'm getting life. You gonna get some time. I'm gonna get some time. Ain't nobody going scot free from this, because you should have did what we had to do. Ain't nobody just saying that they didn't have the money. I think this one somebody just got down on the money.
So you think that somebody stole the money?
Like Black Barbie, D-Black Barbie, like she said on the live. She said it came to Abel situation. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do really believe, because the reason why I say that it came to Abel situation, the reason why I believe that, because not only you got quiet, you got low, but this your brother, you talk all this gangster stuff. Don't get me wrong, I used to mess with Gotti to the extent all the way up until he made that album with Malik Mills when he was beefing with that dyke. I stopped messing with him. I don't beef with females, I don't believe in that. But you making all these gangsters hit your main brother gone, and you ain't, come on now, you quiet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, like I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. I know you probably don't know what that is, but
yes, I do. I do. You know, I mess with the Dramatics, and that guy, the leader, was from Saginaw.
Yeah, my uncle. Yeah.
That's your uncle? What's his name?
Yes, ma'am. L.J. Reynolds.
Sure is. I mess with the Dramatic. I promise you, they were so underrated. I was listening to them this morning.
Man, listen, Starlights, my mama Paula, Sharon, all them. I met all them. I got pictures of all them. Over my Uncle Hubie, we Saginaw High. I played ball from there. Played with Draymond Green and all that. I didn't know that. I just happened, unfortunately, went the wrong way to penitentiary situation. So I know the streets real. I know a street situation when I see a street situation, and I know an industry when I know an industry situation. If it was more like industry, more street, it'd have been done. That's more industry. That's why a lot of stuff getting covered up, because it's people behind people that got the money to hush them up, go in front of the chambers and get this person this and get that person that, and switch out cases here and switch out cases here, put this information here, put this information, because they saving their money. Yo, Gotti their money right now. I mean, come on, if he go down, CMG is nothing, which is ain't nothing but another group under Interscope, and Interscope is under Universal, but just the name of it, they ain't gonna have nobody else could come in to correct the music group to change it like Yo Gotti got. So, in order for them to find somebody else to take that face, they gonna wait until they found somebody to knock him down. Believe me, he going down.
Mm-hmm. Because see, when folks start trying to save their own asses, they gonna say we can't go down trying to save cover for him.
No, they like you said though, they been knowing what happened, whatever. They like to say the thing you said about Teasy. Me personally, for real, I think the reason why that man got knocked off, it was an inside job, because they knew where he be at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his spot, that's his post up. He be on the block. You know what I'm saying? They knew where he was at, and they knew somebody can get close to him. The reason why old girl was telling him or trying to speak too much, because she was fearing her life. She already knew who did it, whatever. And I feel like the reason why they got him, because he was going to speak on behalf of what got going on, because they played him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting played in the situation. And with that, I know you said something about 51 years in Tennessee, and Michigan is 25. You know what I'm saying?
It used to be like that. It used to be like that all the way across the board. It used to be universal like that. Life was 25 years in every state, and then states started changing. Legislators started changing laws. So I know what you meant. It used to be 25. Life used to be 25 years, all the way across the board in every state.
Right, and yeah, it was though. And I'm gonna let somebody else get up on here, man. I don't know how your thing go. I'll be watching your stuff though, but baby girl, she mad. Baby girl bad. She ain't even my woman though. She just my homegirl though. But when your boys get on there, I be like, oh, there goes Sweet Tea. Let me go pay attention.
Tell her to tune in sometimes. Is it real cold? Are you in Saginaw now?
Yeah, I'm in Saginaw.
I bet it's freezing, ain't it?
Man, look, you better not come out here without no coat, no boots, no man. The water froze up here.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's about. Let me see. Let me look at my phone real quick. It's 27 degrees, but it feels like it's 19.
Okay. Yeah, it's cold here too. They said Teasy was Trula's top dog. Hard to imagine the godmother wouldn't get a message about that speculation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see. I'd rather take that rather than her. Oh, yeah, I got another situation, though. Okay. Now, you said, I'm not putting her up in there. I just understand what you were saying about Mason. Now, it's a lot of songs I go back into and listen to about the situation. And I feel like Gotti and her got a good connection through his auntie, the one that got locked up.
Oh,
he got that song when he was talking.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
And then I do believe that Gotti has an auntie that is I don't know if she's retired or not, but I do know he had an auntie that's a police officer, one of his mama's sisters.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I believe that's what I'm saying. That's why, because the song, one thing about me and artists and stuff like that, you don't tell too much of your business in your music because the feds do be listening. If you're gonna be a street dude like me, like the street, I'm not gonna tell on myself. I might advertise something about me, or somebody might speak up on it, but I'm not about to get right there and tell my mama did 15 years and we was in the hood by Elvis, and now we ain't, and this happened and she did to the third. You tell it, because I don't care what nobody say. I've been in penitentiary and I did 17 years off and on in prison. First of all, you ain't getting nobody getting on no teller if you had anything to do with any kind of solicitation, any murder. That's one of them. Doggy Bone them is taking all the hits for him, and his name is popping up, or people's putting speculation in a lot of stuff. I know for a fact the feds want, just like anywhere else, if they even think you got something to do with it, they're not going to your door.
Mm-hmm. It could be the reason why you think he's so quiet now. Like, as a CEO, you would think that, especially with the way Glorilla is rising, that he would be out there, having more of a presence like he used to.
Because I feel like it's a boss over a boss. Like you said, he a CEO over her, but somebody over him. So he only can minimize what he can do, because if he go down, Gorilla can't bring what he was bringing in throughout the years. I mean, for real, nobody really like her music up in the North anyway. So, I feel like the reason why he hiding about the situation though, because any move he make, don't get me wrong, I've been watching Gotti, whatever, period, before all this. Any move he make, he's so flamboyant with it, and so, he'll tell on himself. So he can't do nothing but sit back and tell everything cold so he can go back to do what he's doing. Because if he move around like he used to, he ain't gonna do but tell on himself. His music is like, I'm like that. He tell on everything. That's what he rap about. When he was beefing with 3-6 Mafia, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He was telling on in. Nobody knew he was beefing with, because 3-6 Mafia wasn't even yelling at him. But when he started talking about names and stuff, look, you know what I'm saying? When he started talking about, don't get me wrong, most rappers do beef and have stuff like that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like Boosie and NBA Youngboy, I think that's just a publicity stunt, you know what I'm saying, to get their music up. But stuff like that, what he doing, the way he moving, he know he careless, he reckless. I wouldn't even have Yo Gotti on my team the way he's so reckless.
Yeah, they said Glow is about to burn out. She came up too fast. She has good singles, but her album is garbage.
Yeah, she ain't got nothing. I'm telling you up here, man, like for real, if you got people in the North or whatever, like Chicago, Minnesota, Michigan, or anything like that, it ain't too many females or males or anybody up here anything past Northern Kentucky, they ain't messing with them. And I just know for a fact, do numbers. I be doing a lot of stuff. Like, I be on a lot of different, what you want to call it, channels like yours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't speak to nobody about yours or whatever, nothing, but it's so much stuff that's out there about it, and your channel is one of the, like you said, the real. Let me move that so I don't want to be messing up. But yours real, and I pay attention. I study a lot of music. I look at the tabloids. I see who has something to do with it, who produced the album, how many people that was on it had some part of it. If it was they write it, they wrote it, or they got a ghostwriter, whatever. Man, that man is sitting back because he the main piece of bread that's left for CMG. And when they put that main person together, he gonna sit down and tell everything. Straight Drop ain't the only one gonna tell. I mean, Cornelia ain't the only one gonna tell. It's somebody else telling. That's the reason why these people still putting this stuff together, because they got that main person. I don't really think the ones they showing is the ones they telling, because the feds hide the people they tell and put them in protected custody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the ones they showing is the ones that's really telling. Now, with the market situation of dude, Doggy Bone, he ain't saying nothing. That's kind of crazy. I never trusted Daddy O anyway. I just, for some reason, I ain't trust him.
Yeah, I think that Daddy-O is solid. That's why Gotti and them didn't want him on Daw's team anymore. Daddy-O had
No, I'm not.
Daddy-O had been out in business, doing his thing forever. He was always quiet. I guess that's how he's been able to conduct business, do whatever he does for so long. And he was a silent partner. And so when people try to rip that, I want you on my team, but we're gonna have to leave him behind, the person who has been the founder. They definitely didn't want him around for a reason.
And that's why I said I ain't saying I ain't trust him as a snake or whatever. I'm just don't trust him because he's so quiet with his stuff. They say people that's quiet, you can't. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Right. When they quiet, you cross them, you probably don't ever need to sleep again.
No, my point exactly, and that's what I'm saying though. He like, you know what I'm saying? He know more than what he know. He ain't gonna say more than what he know. He a businessman, like you said though. But with that team that he had, man, like for real though, man, Young Dolph, man. When I was watching documentaries and following him, man, when I was in Memphis, Tennessee, man, down there, we had Albert Sanders and Piggly Wiggly, the Waffle House. I'm just learning from my people down there and stuff like that. And I hear his name and see stuff like that. Young Dolph had a good heart. You know what I'm saying? He had a good heart. He was a mind of a hustle. Like, you can put a Young Dolph album in and ride a whole album. You could be smoking weed, talking about the family, getting some money, going to take a trip. The whole album. And it's like they was hating to this man because he was coming up so bright. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of the business. And he didn't want to be, him. And like they said, he was once trying to sign this man. Because at the real deal, man, if he was been alive right now, Yo Gotti music ain't gonna go nowhere. He burnt out.
Yeah.
He burnt out. So he needed somebody that was hot in this town to keep going on, because he can't go to Dallas and do nothing. I'm saying, don't get me wrong, he probably got connection, but he's gonna sign with CMG, from Dallas, and they got too many people down there. Florida got their own music base. He don't have nobody else, so he teamed up with New York people, with Jay-Z, because he was looking for talent. He was scouting for talent. And all the talent that he was getting for was trying to keep his label together, because eventually Universal was going to drop him, because what? He talking about the same thing. Like Master P told him. And Snoop Dogg them told him, man, you got to clean that stuff up, man. You talking about cocaine. This is a business. You got to clean that up, bro. You got cocaine music, and all that. You got to clean it up. Nobody want to hear that no more. And look what happened. He needed somebody, and there was some money involved, and they couldn't get Young Dolph to do what he wanted to do, so they took him out. So they joined him. They went against him, and that was one of the wrong things he should have did, because now look where he at. He stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I appreciate you let me come to your channel.
Well, no problem. Thank you for coming up.
And everybody that's on there. But I really do believe there's more to it, man. It's gonna be a long time tour. I'm gonna get off your cash thing. It's gonna be a long time tour. But it's one main person that they ain't seeing because they gonna use him. They gonna milk him dry. And as soon as it be milked, it's gonna be somebody that's close that we ain't paying attention to.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing for sure, we sure gonna see. But thank you for calling in.
Y'all be having blessed. I'm gonna tune back onto your channel thing.
Okay, hon. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Shout out to all the callers. He had an interesting view of it. And you know what, your choice towing, when he said that they was chasing him, you know what, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. They once he saw what it was, he started trying to run and they chased him. It'd be interesting to see where did the bullets come in at. Be quiet, Roscoe. Y'all hold on for 1 second, okay? Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Y'all, I had a roast beef that I had not cooked because y'all know it was a roast beef I had for a while. I decided to go on and cook it yesterday. Oh, I put my foot in that roast beef with the carrots. I put Lipton onion seasoning, ranch seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, Mrs. Dash. When I was looking at, I'm eating leftovers. I was looking at I put carrots in it. And I was looking at this lady that does keto meals, and she was like, put peppercini peppers in it on the side. That's what I did. It's so good. I put my foot in it. Oh, it's so good. Mm. Um, so, anyways, you guys, to do a recap, Straight Drop got Life with Parole, and they did a nolo prosecuted, which means for 3 of the charges, they chose not to prosecute him on. The theft of property, they chose not to prosecute him on the car, for stealing the car. He probably told who stole it. See, I don't think Straight Drop stole that car. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't tell who stole that car. Probably gonna see an indictment on that soon. They chose not to charge him on 2 more other charges. They chose not to charge him for 2 more other charges. Firing for the employee and firearm. They didn't charge, they dropped that one. But he got life with parole plus 50 years. He got 35 years plus 15 years. That's 50 years for 2 other charges plus life. So it's safe to say he ain't going nowhere soon. But he probably told where he got that car from. I bet he did. Because I don't think he stole that car. Mm-hmm. It's a death row in real life. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So he will not go to court this week. He's asking for a retrial. He's going to go to court next month. They moved it to next month, and I won't be surprised if Cornelius don't go next month either. Court is not going to be regulated again. I think I told you all this. Court won't be regulated again until around the end of March. So, because of the holidays and stuff. That's how it has always been. He wanted retrial because he said Judge Coffey didn't treat him fairly or something. He said Judge Coffey didn't treat him fair. something that went on Judge Coffey's courtroom. But I mean, the case was moved, so I'm trying to figure out the jury wasn't in there for that. So that's just kind of weird within itself. So hold on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Hold on, guys. You make me happy. This you can bear. And I won't forget. Get down. Yeah, I got some candles from the Family Dollar store. They're called Energy, Energize, all of that. Y'all, those candles smell so freaking good. Oh, it's just a fresh, clean scent. That's just so awesome. And I got them on sale, big ones for $4. Oh, it just gives you a good energy. A retrial. He said that Judge Coffey, something went on in Judge Coffey's courtroom where he was not treated fairly. I mean, that's obsolete. That's obsolete right there because he had his case moved from the courtroom. So he said he got stepped on. I wonder if his friends and stuff still communicate with him from Trula. I wonder if they still communicate with him. Hmm. Anyways, anybody else want to call in? Let me see where my phone is first. Anybody else that want to call in before I get off? They have anything to say? What do you all think about Straight Drop getting a few of his charges dropped? Them choosing not to prosecute on 3 charges. They chose not to prosecute on 3 charges. Hello, this is Tamara. I'm doing very well. How about yourself? No, they all of them weren't drop love. Just 3 of them. I don't look at his channel, but I'm telling you because I read it. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna pull it up again. Okay, love, and I appreciate you calling. That person said that he had all of them drop. All of them weren't dropped. Just 2 of them. That voice sounds familiar. The voice sounds like the voice of the guy that was calling, harassing me, and sending me those porn pictures and stuff. Interesting. I'm gonna compare that because all the calls are recorded. That voice to the other voice. Anyways, I don't like it when men call me to harass me. And evidently, he's a Onan TV fan, so now I know where that harassment came from. That man and people from his channel are insistent on harassing me. They're insisting on harassing me in the worst way. This man was sending me, because that's that voice. This man was sending me, and we got him. I filed a police report. Porn pictures, saying all types of obscene stuff to me. And that's the same voice. So now I know he comes from Onan TV. Just like the girl who said that he asked her to kill me. So all of this vitriol is coming from that man's channel. This man has a really twisted, sick obsession with me, and it's getting worse and worse. Of course, I'm going to always put everything out for it to be documented before I document it with the police. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button. Now I know exactly where it came from. And it's this man calling back again. Oh my God. Y'all, it's him calling me again. Oh my God. I'm going to answer. Hello? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Well, oh, okay. All right. All right. Bye bye. Y'all know I'm thinking. I'm trying to contain myself. I'm thinking now. I have to play it smart. Okay. Calm myself down. I have to calm myself down. Anyways, did you guys hit the like button? Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button for me, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. It said make a drink is 5 o'clock somewhere. I shouldn't be eating none of these leftovers at no 12 o'clock. It's 11:45. I should have made me an egg omelet, but since I ate, it was a really big roast beef. I eat the rest of it for dinner. I could still smell it, and it's just so good. I put onions in it, carrots. I gotta go buy some more carrots. What's up, checkmate? He said, I have a question for you. It's important. What's the question, Mr. Parker? What is the question, sir? Should I start Brock Purdy or Patrick Mahomes this week in fantasy? Patrick Mahomes played for the Eagles, right? Patrick Mahomes played for the Eagles because I've been seeing his name all over everything. I'm mad. Ain't nobody, representing my team. Hey, Patrick, ain't nobody representing my team. I don't hear nobody say anything about the Tennessee Titans. I just adopted that team because I have to be loyal to Tennessee. Kansas City. Oh, Lord. Everybody talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, the Dallas Cowboys, the Eagles, the Steelers. How come ain't nobody saying nothing about the Tennessee Titans? That's what I just want to know. They said Kansas City Chiefs. They keep winning all those Super Bowls. They probably is cheating. But I think the Eagles might give them a run for their money this year. Who's gonna play in the Super Bowl? Who do you all think is gonna play? Ooh, oxtails and potatoes. That sounds so good. My mama was cooking oxtails before oxtails became, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? They said the Titans team, the Titans and Bears, my team. That's who Mahomes paid for. Mahomes paid for the Tennessee Titans. I thought he paid for the Eagles. Detroit Lions and who are okay, Detroit Lions. I got to get my favorite player on the Titans team. Oh, I'm telling you, the pot roast is the bomb. I'm telling you, this pot roast is so freaking good. I'm gonna go to a Titans game. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to it. I think the Titans are gonna be in the Super Bowl this year. The Titans going to the Super Bowl this year. The Titans going to the Super Bowl this year. What y'all get mad about that for? Listen, my mom used to always make oxtails with potatoes. She used to make oxtail stew. It would have potatoes and corn and all of that. It was really good, vegetables. And then I think the Jamaicans made it popular. That's what happened. The Jamaican, they started doing these food channels and they started making it popular. And so now you go into the store, oxtails like 30 something dollars. Are you serious? When oxtails used to be $6 or $6 or $7 or less. I forgot the Georgia had the Falcons. Hate that man. Him so handsome. Him so handsome. Him so handsome. They said I got 10 minutes to make my choice, chat. Since Tam stuck on the goddamn Titans, Mahomes, or what's that, Purdue this week? I'm rocking with the Titans. I can't believe and it's like everybody from out of Tennessee, especially around the Memphis area, they don't mess with the Titans. They don't mess with the Titans. The Titans going to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to take it home this year. They're going to take it on to the Super Bowl. Shishi, I saw you was, and why you delete all your pics. Ashley says the Titans are terrible this year. They have a decent defense. Into you guys. You paid $50 for some oxtails, girl. Oh Lord, no. That is like they really. I think now what they're doing is marketing oxtails as like some Jamaican delicacy. Well, oxtails been around forever. Leo says Tennessee Titans ain't going to no Super Bowl. They're gonna be at home watching your live. He said they're not going to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell y'all what the Titans need to do. They need to get Eddie George or Deion Sanders as a football coach. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do. He said, "Bye, TT." All right, I'm getting ready to get off, you guys, because I need to finish doing what I was doing. But anyways, I appreciate you all getting on as always. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the super thanks, the super chat, or the cash app. Okay. I love you guys. Finish enjoying the rest of your Sunday with your family. I'll talk with you later.